Hello there, boys and girls. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which time of the day I happen to find you in. I am, of course, the one, the only, the always SidAlpha, and I'm coming to you guys today with a video game that I actually didn't think I was going to end up doing a review on, but I did have several people that I know personally that live nearby me here that actually said, yes, you should definitely do a review on this game. Hilarious. So I decided I was going to go and check it out, and I don't know, I think I might be having some mixed feelings about it. But before we go into things too much here, let's take a look at the options menu for HunieCam Studio. And here we are at the options menu for HunieCam Studio. We have music, sound, and voice volumes, window mode, full screen or windowed, screen resolution 1024 by 576 up to 1600 by 900, no 1920 by 1080 or 4K resolution, you'll notice, and 16 by 9 ratio, enforced or not enforced. That's it. That's all there is, guys. So there's a lot of settings that are missing from this, and they're not even including all of the standard screen resolutions, which does not bode well for the game at all. And this is the game itself, HunieCam Studio, and it's everything you would expect it to be. You know, it's adult themed, ridiculous, over the top, and pretty decently designed for what it's intended to be. You know, HunieCam Studio is a resource management game where you are, well, in the cam girl business. You manage the girls, the fetishes of their fans, the girls' class and style, along with their stress levels, number of fans, and their accessories and everything like that. And through the course of the game, you are introduced to all of the characters from HuniePop, who are all now apparently actresses that are looking for some easy money. So why not turn to pornography, right? I mean, the game itself is pretty interesting, all things considered, in some ways. It uses a spin on mobile device mechanics where you either tap or hold the mouse button on buildings to help speed the process of the work being done there. And in this game, everything is timed, and in order to achieve top scoring, it's extremely doubtful you will be able to do so on the first playthrough. The game offers pretty standard fare as far as game mechanics go, and I like the idea of adult-themed games done with comedy being its primary intention, which I believe is what they were attempting here, but it managed to fall short of actually engaging me. The game's methods and styles are much more suited to mobile devices than a PC, and I feel that on that style of platform, this game and games of its type would probably do extremely well. On PC, however, the game is left somewhat wanting. Now, of course, the game isn't going to be for everyone. I certainly understand that. It is adult-focused content, and people should be very aware of that. It's also somewhat hilarious at times. I mean, the developers are even kind enough to give us a warning on the Steam store page stating, "Courtesy warning, the sexual themes in this game are mostly for fun and humor and don't make for particularly great fapping material." And they're not wrong. The game's graphic style takes a distinct downgrade from the developer's previous title in favor of a more cartoonish look, and it's a downgrade that I think will certainly end up disappointing some people. Now, overall, the game does run very stably. No crashes or STDs were found within the game itself, and overall performance of the game was about what I would expect, offering no real frame rate drops or noticeable glitches. It was pretty smooth. Now, the game's mechanics itself do warrant multiple playthroughs for those that desire top scoring, but there really isn't much story here, and the overall story is superficial at best, offering pretty much nothing in that regard. And, you know, as a resource management game, however, it's definitely not the worst I've seen, but definitely not one of the best either. So, to sum up, guys, I know this is going to be a fairly short one here. This game, HunieCam Studio. It's decent enough at what it does for the asking price, but I do really wish there was a little bit more meat on its bones, a little bit more content, and just more. It just felt like a little empty, I guess, and not quite enough there to really hold my interest. Now, you can make up your own minds on whether or not to purchase it, guys, but it's a game that I'm pretty ambivalent about. You know, I don't feel a strong urge to go back to the game, but I'm not really sorry I played it either. I mean, it's basically exceptionally average, I guess, is how I would finally rate this game. You know, if this were a 1 out of 10 scoring, I would give it a 5 right down the middle. You know, it does what it does decently enough, but there's not enough there to really hold your interest for long periods of time. Definitely a casual game in nature. It's not really something that a core gamer would necessarily be interested in. So with that, guys, this is HunieCam Studio. It was released on April 4th, so 5 days ago, on Steam, and it is $7 or your original equivalent. And once again, boys and girls, I am the one, the only, the always, SidAlpha, and I will see you guys next time. Hi there, boys and girls. Thanks for checking my video out. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even that subscribe button. Trust me, it works really good. Don't forget to share with your friends, and if you're interested in following me on Twitter and Facebook, the links for that are in the description down below. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in helping to support the growth of my channel, and the link for that is down below as well. And once again, thanks for watching and supporting my channel, guys. I really appreciate it.